two other persons who will be talking. We have Dr. Ifedi Okwenna, is the Director General, Safe Democracy Africa. He will also be joining us via Skype, and will also be joining an APC chieftain, Ray Murphy, all the way from Calabar. He will be joining us also via either Skype or telephone. It's all the way from Calabar. Ray Murphy will be joining us. But at this moment, I don't know if they have Ifedi. Let's go for a short break. When we come, we'll go straight to take the other two guests that are standing by. Stay with us.
Debunking COVID-19 myths. 5G network causes COVID-19. This is not true, as viruses cannot travel on radio waves or mobile networks. Consumption of alcohol prevents COVID-19. The alcohol consumed will not remain in the linings of the nose, mouth, and eyes, so do not have the potential to stop an infection. Spraying alcohol or chlorine all over the body kills the virus. Doing this will not kill viruses that have already entered your body. Rather, they can be harmful to mucous membranes. COVID-19 affects only old people. This is not true. People of all ages can be infected by the virus. Antibiotics and chloroquine prevent and treat coronavirus. Antibiotics do not work against viruses. There is no specific medicine recommended to prevent.
Thank you very much for remaining with us. And at this moment, like I said earlier on, we have two persons via Skype. We have a politician, an APC chieftain from the South. I have Ray Murphy. Thank you very much, Ray Murphy, for coming on the show.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
All right. And we also have the Director General, Safe Democracy Africa, is joining us via Skype, Dr. Ifedi Okwenna. Thank you very much, Doctor, for coming on the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, Doctor, let me start with you as a neutral person, as well as an activist who is clamoring for safe democracy in Nigeria. The drama that played out the past 1 week, we've been seeing different episodes of the drama. On Friday, before Friday, we saw the former acting MD, Joy Nunez, with all our allegations and all the statement that she gave. On Friday, she also gave more statement, arrest, as well as the minister, his reply, and all that happened today. What do you think that represents in our democracy today?
It's really unfortunate what is happening in the Niger Delta area and in the Niger Delta Commission, the NDDC. That agency was structured to fast-track the development of the Niger Delta. And for such kind of drama, shameful drama to be coming out from that body is the unfortunate. It's that unfortunate aspect of our democracy where we have elevated corruption to the highest level, where people don't think about the interests of the masses. They think about their personal interests. The humongous amount of money we are hearing is the resources that will go to the ordinary man and woman in the Niger Delta, the resources that we use that is necessary to be used to develop the infrastructure base of Niger Delta, to provide efficiency, service delivery and efficiency in the Niger Delta. But unfortunately, we look at what we are talking about. It's very shameful, and I'm not happy to discuss it at all.
But at this moment, Doctor, it's still in the realms of allegations. What they went to do at the committee today was just to hear from them. They are still they just finished their investigative panel, and they are yet to come out with a report. And would you say, peradventure, they come out clean, and whatever allegations that are before them would just be nothing? What would you then say about that?
You see, they are not even serious at that section. It's like they are playing game with all of us. And former Governor Gospel, Senator Labio, is somebody all of us respect. But for the way he's handling this issue, seems that he's not serious about it. The people of Niger Delta will not forgive what is going on. You see, we expect something to come out. I'm not trying to indict anybody at this level, but something must have happened. If this the drama is not just a drama, it's an outcome of an event. Okay. And whatever the National Assembly find out at the end of the day, the court of public opinion is still there. The Nigerian people, the Niger Delta people, and the entire world are not happy with what is happening there. Both of them are from Niger Delta. NDDC was created for the sake of the suffering people of Niger Delta. And we have no reason to be saying this kind of thing at this particular point in time. People should be sensible to the environment they grew up. They are all Niger, both of them are Niger Delta son and Niger Delta daughter. The life and well-being of the Niger Delta people should be uppermost in their mind.
Okay. Doctor, we'll come back to you, Dr. Ifedi. Dr. Ifedi, we'll come back to you. Let's quickly go to Ray Murphy. He's already on standby and is via telephone all the way from Calabar. Chief Ray, thank you very much for joining us on the program.
Gemma, thank you for having me.
Yes. Let me begin with what happened on Friday and the statement that came from the presidency. The president has ordered that an investigation be carried out with the NDDC, for the NDDC, with all the dramas that he has seen. And at the end of the day, if they investigate and they found anybody guilty, do you think what will be the result as a politician? Because we have seen in the past some MDs of NDDC and some committees of NDDC that have come and gone, even with allegations before them, nothing happened. Do you think this will lead us to somewhere?
First of all, thanks for having me. And I am actually very disappointed because I come, as you are very well aware, I come from the South. And right now I am in Cross River State, where a lot of our people are living precariously, many under the poverty line, many without any livelihood, worsened by the case of corona lockdown. And first of all, I was very upset when I saw a video clip of Professor Ponde speaking about allocating a working sum of 1.3 or 1.5 million to looking after NDDC staff. That was a very low period for me, because as I'm in this place I deal with people who are looking for 1,000 naira for malaria tablets. I deal with people who are looking for 500 naira for transport, to get around. I deal with people who, for months on end, do not earn as much as 5,000 naira. And then these are people who are given responsibility of looking after these people many of whose livelihood has been affected by oil activity, and they are squandering this money like this. First of all, Gemma, that is not fair, and I don't think any Nigerian, whether he's from the south or from any other part of this country, would be happy to hear the kind of humongous sums people are banding about. As an APC member, and again as coming from the south and a community person, I can tell you very clearly that this is one of the lowest points for us. I know quite a few of these traumatic personnel personally, as you probably will know. Senator Akpabio is a friend of mine. Dr. Cairo is another friend of mine. The only one I don't know quite closely is Dr. Ponde. Joy, I know Joy since 2002, 2003, when we were all working for TBO. For me, I wrote my column for tomorrow is about a legacy. And I think that some of these things are things that impugn the legacy of Mr. President. Bearing in mind that the president is actually an anti-corruption person. One of his strongest agenda is how to fight corruption. And this is very disheartening for me. Now you talk about the previous investigations and the mismanagement of NDDC. I can tell you that if you ask me today, I will tell you that NDDC has become a very wayward child. A very, very wayward child. And the only way you can deal with wayward children is to discipline them, is to make people realize that corruption of this magnitude cannot go unpunished. And if you have to start with this current situation, so be it. If they have to go back into the history and find what has happened in the past, so be it. But the fact is that the corruption that we are reading about, we are watching people, steal millions and billions, and we're watching it happen. I think it is one of the lowest points for me, both as a community person and as a member of APC. Ijoma? Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay,
Yeah.
now let me take you from the last part that you spoke about. You said President Muhammadu Buhari came with the mantra of fighting corruption, and that is a picture that some person will say it's quite a bad picture. Now, if you have painted this picture for your party, and this is happening, do you think the fight against corruption by your party and the administration is achieving success?
Yeah, Ijoma, one man cannot reform a country. And if you ask me to be very honest about it, which I usually am, what I would say is that the president appears to be fighting corruption alone, or largely alone. Because, and again, I ask myself a lot of questions when I listen to my friends who are in public offices say this kind of things they say. First question I ask myself, which I'll probably address to my friend Mr. Papi when I see him, is how did he get to appoint someone who he claims eventually does not have an NYC certificate? Was there no due process before the appointment? And then I ask the question again, how do we end up appointing people into sensitive offices, persons who themselves have not entirely been cleared by EFCC in the past? You see, you cannot really talk about this anti-corruption effort unless you approach it from a holistic point of view. And like
I think I can't hear anything coming from Chief. Let's quickly go to Dr. Ifedi. Dr. Ifedi, are you still there? Doctor? Do we still have Dr. Ifedi? All right, if we don't have them, let's watch a part of that drama that played out today, and we'll come back to take Chief Ray Murphy as well as Dr. Ifedi on the program. Let's just watch a part of it. Then we'll also take a look at some of the tweets that you have sent to us. Remember, to be part of this program, you can send your tweets to our official Twitter handle at democracy2day, or you can also tweet at me at EJ or Samu. Let's quickly take this short break and we'll be back after that. Stay with us. Sincerely apologize for that short break that we went for. Let's also have Ray. Ray Murphy, are you still there?
yes, I'm back here.
Okay, you were saying something about the anti-corruption fight of this administration, and the question that came to my mind while you were talking is, if this is the experience that Nigerians are faced with the so much expectation that this present administration is coming to fight corruption to a standstill, and at this time nobody is expecting that such a drama will be playing out with the NDDC. And come to think about it, by the time you go deep into some other agencies, what you see may just dumbfound the people.
see, Ijoma, you must understand quite clearly that the anti-corruption effort is not a one-man effort. It's a systemic development. And this is where, politically, I blame agencies like the NOA. I blame various agencies of government that has not come fully on board this anti-corruption effort. My personal take on anti-corruption is that too many Nigerians have not bought into it. A lot of Nigerians are actually
Well, I think we're still going through some network problem. Let me quickly take some of the messages that we have. I have this one coming from Andy West. It says, I they tell you, my dear, 60 years old country with nothing good about the country to write home about. A disgrace of a country. Well, I don't know. I'm still proud to be a Nigerian every day. You will be hearing stories that will break your heart. It's so disappointing. Then Jagade M. Femi is tweeting. He said, I was surprised that a professor can put on this type of dramatic and comic performance. That's what some people believe. But you don't joke with health issues. The man had some health challenges he couldn't control. And just like you said, I believe that man had put up a drama. He continued with the tweet. He said, if a learned man of his academic status can be involved in this, then my fears triple for the future of Nigeria. And then Dikin Wokedi is tweeting. He said, IJ, you are good. You are doing well in leading this interview to bring out the point. Thank you very much, Dicky, for that. And let's go back to Dr. Ifedi. Dr. Ifedi, thank you. Are you still there? Dr.
Yeah,
Ifedi?
I'm here.
Okay. You heard what Chief said, why he called him, Chief Ray Murphy. He was trying to make people understand that fighting corruption is not just a battle for one man, not just for the president alone. Everybody needs to be with the president to end this battle. And the National Assembly, I beg your pardon, the House of Representatives have already taken the bull by the horn by coming out to say, yes, we need to investigate what is going on within the NDDC. There are other agencies that people will also want to hear about. Now, fighting corruption in Nigeria, where do you think it is leading us to? Because what we are seeing, the corruption index of the global corruption index, Nigeria is still in the same position it has always been. 2 steps forward, 2 steps backward.
Well, it's unfortunate, really, because I agree with you absolutely that we're not making progress. I agree with you that Nigerians have come to accept. It's like we have come to accept corruption as a norm. And it can be a corruption. If the person is from my area, it becomes a corruption. So leave it for us. People are now sent to go and chop. Let me use that Nigerian parlance. People go and chop once you are appointed. And it's really unfortunate that for a government that come on the mantra of anti-corruption, and that's for corruption to keep increasing, even at the where the president is seated. We need action. We Nigerians need action. You cannot fight corruption with kid gloves. We have institutions. Unfortunately, even the institutions, one of the institutions charged with fighting corruption and financial crime, their head has been indicted. And that shows you that it's unfortunate. We don't know where we're coming from. It's even better than where we're going. So I believe that, like he said, like Ray said, all hands need to be on deck, seriously, because at this particular point in time, when the global economy the world need a resetting, when there's total downturn in our economy, instead of cutting our coat small and manage it to size us, we are expanding. And our money is now settling in people's private hands. Some are now using symmetry to save our money for us. This is not good to the ear. And I expect Mr. President to do more than he is doing. There's no doubt about that. We elected him on the mantra of anti-corruption. Certain people ought to have been made to leave the office first and be cooling down somewhere so that investigation can be effectively be done. You cannot get it when you see that people are acting drama. It's because we are not taking it serious, serious as we can take it.
Okay, Dr.
That is
Ifedi.
why this drama is going on.
Okay, Dr. Ifedi, you have been in this struggle for over a decade.
Yeah.
You have been in this struggle for over a decade, struggling to save Nigeria democracy. Now, with all that is happening, aside the NDDC and the one that came out from the EFCC, and even the one that we still hear of going forward, what are your predictions, the efforts that you have put in place? What are your predictions for the future of this country?
It's bleak.
It's bleak.
It's bleak unless unless something urgent and drastic is done. We cannot fight corruption this way. People are just waiting for their turn to enrich themselves. It's not as if we are having a break somewhere. People are progressively finding ways to enter there and eat. You see, exactly, you know, people pay lump sums to get appointed. And when they are appointed to positions, they are there just to recoup and then make profit at the expense of all of us. So unless, like I said, unless we are serious about fighting corruption, tomorrow will be worse than today.
Now, before I let you go, before I let you go, Doctor, after this investigation by the House of Representatives, like what Ibakwa said, all they will do is to compile their report, and also recommendations will be in their report, and then hand it over to the Speaker of the House or the House, and then after that, what would be your advice? This will only come in form of paper, and at the end of the day, nothing happens. Would that not also bring fears, the continued fears that Nigerians have? What will be your advice for them going forward?
Ordinarily, we do a lot of media thing here, and we do a lot of celebration of crime and corruption. I expect the office of the Attorney General of the Federation to take it from there, because the National Assembly has no prosecutorial powers. They are doing what they are doing because they are the representative of the people. They are there representing us. All they are doing is fact-find them. And when they finish this, it can go nowhere unless the Office of the Attorney General and Minister for Justice takes it to the next level.
Okay.
So we expect the presidency, we expect the Minister of Justice and the Attorney General's office to do something. As a matter of fact, I expect that those people who are still occupying certain offices while these things are going on are treated the Magu way. They should be asked to step aside first while investigation continues. So at the end of the day, if they are found, if they are innocent or they are not guilty, they can come back. But if they shouldn't be there. Why this scandal is going on.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Ifedi Okwenna. He is the Director General, Safe Democracy Africa. Thank you very much for your contributions to the program tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you too. Let's quickly take some of your messages. And I have this one coming from Oaklanda. It said, Akpabio is a skillful politician. He had the floor for 15 minutes, but his session at the ongoing NDDC probe still hasn't kicked off. It's been massaging egos, net-picking, and distracting everyone from the day's business. That's what you are saying, your opinion. And Moye Anthony is tweeting. Moye says, the alleged Professor Pondei is just making a mockery of the Niger Delta region, in particular Nigeria in general. Unfortunately, well, I think you cannot talk about someone's health. The doctor is still there to tell us if he was making a mockery, but anybody can have health challenge. Then moving forward, Mba Kalu is saying, IJ, if not for this program, I don't think I can listen to the probe. I know the whole problem is NDDC. And Madibo is tweeting, he said, Professor Pondei stormed out on the 2 last appearances at the House of Representatives NDDC probe. The first time he walked out voluntarily, but the last time he was walked out involuntarily. The occasion, no, now well-acted script. I don't know about that, your opinion. And then this one coming from Ugu Michael is tweeting. He said this administration truly specializes, well, I don't know. That's not something I can take at this moment. Then Agubia Dekende is tweeting, say corruption in Nigeria is a pandemic on its own because money set aside to development of the region pocketed by set of people, there is God. Well, that's the much we can take. Sondu Benga is saying this is another epic movie in Nigeria. God will help us. Well, that's the much we can take on the program tonight. Remember to join us tomorrow at 7 p.m. We'll be looking at breaking in the polity as well as updates from other issues. We will also continue with the discussion around corruption. A lot are coming out from the fight against corruption in different panels. Until tomorrow, 7 p.m., tweet at me at EJ Osamo. Good night.